Hi, YouTubers and Facebookers, friends and family. I'm making this video as a documentation of the trials and tribulations that I've gone through with weight loss. I started gaining weight at approximately the age of 8, maybe 7. I was diagnosed after falling out of a 2-story window when I was about 5 years old with brain damage and later ADHD. We're not sure if those are tied together, but for me, my weight has always been a bunch of ups and downs. About I want to say 10 months ago, a little over 10 months ago, May of 2014, I underwent gastric sleeve surgery. My highest weight was around 2013. At the beginning of the year, I weighed in at approximately 403 to 407 pounds. I'm currently now in the 240s. Everything has changed since before surgery, I should say, because I kind of got to the point where I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that's like my new motto: only change will come when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So with that said, I was about 405 to 407 pounds. These were the pants that I wore. These things are huge. Actually, I don't know if I can do this from here, but I actually can fit in both my legs on one side. Actually, I have pictures of me with this, but this is what I used to be. Now, granted, with the major weight loss, even without surgery, I was left with excess skin, because back in 1996, 97, I was down to 232 from like I want to say I was like 330. Well, no, maybe not. 300 and something. And then again in 2001, I went from 336 down to 220. Now, when I got to 220, I looked gaunt and I looked sick. So right now, I'm where I want to be weight-wise. I just would like to get rid of the excess skin. And I'm approximately about 240 to 250, depending on your scale. You know how scales are. I've come a long way. So this video is going to show you what I deal with on a daily basis with the excess skin. Last summer I had lost quite a bit already. It was down under 300. I looked fairly well, but when I'd go to the pool, I would never take a shirt off, and every time I would jump in the pool, from the diving board, my shirt would go all the way up, and sometimes it would actually come off, and I'd have to put it back on after I got out of the pool. And I was like embarrassed because everybody had to see the excess skin, and unfortunately people do talk, and that's basically my biggest insecurity. And growing up with ADHD, focus has been very hard, but I've been very focused this time around, and I do believe that once I have the excess skin removed, that I'll be able to basically close out that chapter in that struggle. I realize that I will always have to be careful in my choices of what I eat, and to make sure that I incorporate exercise. I work out 5 to 6 days a week, and I do mostly weights, because with the bariatric surgery, too much cardio would require me to eat too much, and you can't really do that. So unless I were to quit my job and sit and eat all day and exercise, I really wouldn't be able to properly do what I need to do. But I'm trying to learn how to incorporate what I eat, when I eat, pre-workout, carbs, proteins after, and so that I don't lose what I'm working for, which is basically to tone out. And I do abs twice a week. I was doing them 3 times a week, but I can't fit all that workout into my day because I do take my time to make sure that I'm, not over, training myself, not doing too much, but I'm doing a lot, but it's, you know what I mean? It's hard to describe. I do a lot, but I take my time, so I may not be doing as much as what I think I'm doing in that expanded time, but because I'm taking my minute rest in between reps, some people will sit there and go from machine to machine and do it and do it really fast, and I look at that and I go, well, you could do it really fast. 1, I could injure myself, and 2, if I'm not doing it right, what's the point of me doing it? Because all I'm doing is wasting time. So I focus on doing my weights, and I do try to do about 12 minutes of cardio after, but depending on how long I was working out with the weights, I stopped doing that because I'm still losing weight, even though I'm only running about a mile. And it's funny because I don't recall ever. I remember jogging around town in '97 when I lost the weight. I can't remember if I did that in 2001 when I lost the weight again. And I had lost it in between, my teenage years and all the way up till about 5-6 years ago when I found out I was diabetic. I was already dealing with blood pressure problems, and my cholesterol was bad. And then around the time of my grandmother's death, approximately when I was diagnosed with the diabetes. Then I was also diagnosed with sleep apnea. Now, a lot of people don't know is the medications for diabetes and sleep apnea on their own are enough to cause constant weight gain. I don't have to sit there and eat like a pig, but my body would not process, would not digest. So I was gaining masses and masses quickly. So by the time my grandfather was passing in December of 2014, 13. It's hard to believe it's been over a year. I didn't get to share with him that I was going to even embark on this journey because he was so sick. And it was just so quick, and I didn't have the means to go down to visit him, to tell him, to share with him that I was embarking on this journey. And shortly after his passing, I had made the phone call to the surgeon's office, and I did the seminar for the gastric sleeve, the gastric bypass, and the lap band. Now for me, I already knew that my surgery was going to be the gastric sleeve. If I am going to qualify for anything, that was the surgery I felt was least, not obstructive, but, I can't think of the words here. It was the least intrusive, that's the right word. It was the least intrusive to me. I know it was basically the same, that there was a chance that I could have gotten a hole in my stomach, I could have stretched it out, which at this point in the game, I'm 10 months post-op, and I've been down to where I want to be since early December, and that was about 250, and I still managed to lose another 6 pounds between then and March. It's a very tricky thing, not knowing what I'm dealing with as far as skin goes. So this is where I'm at, and I deal with the excess skin. And no matter how many chest exercises I do, I'm going to have chest problems. And it may go down a little bit, but I have gynecomastia, male gynecomastia. I'm probably saying that word wrong, but that's male enlarged breast. And unfortunately, it seems like it really, really just activated mostly on my left side, as you can see. It's not as bad as it was, but when you take off your shirt when you're at a pool, that's not attractive. And I could do as many, what am I going to do, chest exercises just on one side? Okay, let's do the cable crossover with just this arm. It's, you know, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's something that I personally have to deal with. And I think going for possibly a body lift and my chest to be restructured is where I'm going to need to go. So without further ado, this is what I am dealing with. And it's probably not going to go down because I haven't lost anything in my stomach area in the last, I want to say the last month. But this is the excess skin, and it's just everywhere, look. And even in the back, I'm probably going to have to be lifted. I'm not trying to show you my butt, sorry. It's not that kind of video. I know, I'm humorous, but I think that's my only salvation is my humor. And hopefully I can do, my next step would be to do some sort of fundraiser in hopes to raise enough money so that I can have that corrected. I'm not really worried now about my arms. They were kind of an anxiety at first, but after, you know, working out and trying to build them, they're not the greatest, but I don't have really wings. I mean, once in a while I get a little bit up here, like at the crease, I call it cottage cheese. So basically my chest, my stomach around to the back, and they may just say knees lipo. I won't know. I've already got the plastic surgeon's number from my doctor, and in the groin, which I'm not going to show, but I do have a little bit of excess skin in the groin, which may over time, they may say may go away. If not, then that would be the only other area that I'll need done. So, to keep this short so that I can post this on YouTube, I just thought I'd share that with you. I don't know if you got a good view. Unfortunately, if I put these shorts down below my waist, they're too loose. But this is what I deal with. And then of course when I lean over, the excess skin, like, it's like, couldn't it just like retract back in? And I do work everything out. And now I do full body workouts twice a week. So Monday, Tuesday, usually Wednesday, I'll do the full body, and then I'll repeat the rest of the week, and then Sunday I take off. So this is me now. And I've worked hard for this. Thank you for viewing, and I will be posting this on my Facebook and YouTube account. And thank you for watching. God bless.